Okay, a possible natural way to remove leg cramps or cramping. I recently have talked with my doctor and told him about the supplement I use. I take a blood thinner, and the blood thinner removes a mineral that you have naturally occurring in your body that keeps you from cramping. And some of you may already know what that is, but I believe many more were just as clueless as I was because I suffered from these leg cramps. Oh, I'd bend my leg just a little bit, and oh man, I'd get this. I'd have to shoot my leg straight out and lean back and kind of stretch myself out until that muscle relaxed, and the pain was excruciating, sometimes just about unbearable. Um, until I found out about the supplement. I could stretch. Stretching helped the cramping some, and then it became where it wasn't helping me. It wasn't helping me at all, and I learned that there was a supplement, and I went to check it. I bought some, and I took it as the dosage recommended, and it worked. I mean, months I was unaffected by cramps in my legs or leg. And it's always when I would bend it. As soon as I bend it, it would cramp right now. And I have to kick my leg out straight and stretch back and keep some slight tension on that. And on my leg, and my whole body's kind of straightened out. Anyways, the supplement, I'm waiting. Oh, I've got one person here who's on standby. Who's visiting? I appreciate you being here, but I don't know who my audience is at the moment. So I'm wanting to talk about this supplement that works for me. I'm not a doctor. Disclaimer: I'm not a doctor. I'm not a medical professional. I'm just an average guy that found something that works, and it works for me, and it works well. And after having this conversation with my doctor tells me, "Oh, yeah, that's very good, Ken." He's like, "We give women this supplement when they're pregnant and they have premature labor or they're not quite ready to have the baby. So we give them that same supplement to stop them from going into labor, and it causes the muscles to relax." And so I said, "Yeah." I said, "I have to do this every month or so, depending. And, I'll take it in my leg until I'm good." I bend my leg one day and it cramps up on me. I'm going, "Oh, it's time to take some more." The first time when I first bought this little bottle here, you notice it's blue. It lasted like 3 or 4 months. And now it's a little shorter period of time, but the bottle, we'll get into this bottle here in a minute. But on this bottle here, it says you can take it every day, 4 milliliters. That's 4 of these eyedroppers full. And it's got a lot of minerals in it. It's super strong. It doesn't taste good. It's not palatable. I mean, I guess you could choke it down if you absolutely had to, but it's nasty. But you do. I put it in juice myself. So it works well. Now, I guess I don't know who's here. You haven't said anything yet, but it's okay. You don't have to if you don't want to. But this is magnesium. And if you notice, it says ionic. Ionic magnesium, 400 milligrams. Magnesium stops you from cramping. Like I said, I'm not a doctor. I'm not a medical nobody. I'm just an average guy that learned that this product really works, and I'm here to tell you it really works. Now, the blood thinners, Coumadin, or um, there's the off-brand, the Warfarin. It depletes this from your blood, and I will read on this bottle where it says you can take it every day. Okay, so that's what the glasses are for. Whoever was here looks like they're either still here, and you haven't commented, so it reads as nobody's here, which is fine. All right, so it says, let me get this up close and personal where I can see it. Okay, it says certified vegan, allergen info, contains no known allergens, gluten-free. Also contains over 72 minerals. Skateboarding, progression. Hey, thanks for dropping in, bro. How you doing? Have you tried any of those old school tricks I performed on my board? I guess the helicopter, what I'm calling the helicopter from back in the 70s, is known as a 180 tailspin. That must be your generation's term, which makes more sense, definitely. But, we originated the helicopter, and so we were calling it what it reminded us of. You know what I'm saying? But, all right. So I'm gonna continue to read this. If you want to answer my answer, or if you haven't done it, then do one. Tell them I challenged you, and duplicate, these old school tricks that I was doing. And I got a issue right now that's not allowing me to do that. But soon enough, I have not been traveling to new parks. Oh, okay. Okay, 40 plus. All right. Well, you could do the old school tricks that I was performing, anywhere, Yeah, I will go give. All right, right on. Yeah, I'll be looking forward to it. Hit me up and let me know when you post, because I don't always get the posts, Yeah, so hit me up and let me know you've done it. That'd be cool to see. All right, I'm going to continue to read this. All right. So, this is for cramping. Thank you. I'll be looking for it. All right. So this magnesium's for cramping. There's over 72 minerals. Unbelievable. Like I said, this doesn't taste good. It's rank, All right. And it says over 72 naturally occurring ionic minerals for concentrated trace using the method of metered eyedropper. Take 4 milliliters, which is 4. I'm going to unscrew this bottle. You take this full, and you take 4 of them, and it says you can do it every day. I do it once, and it lasts for like a month or 2 or 3 or 4, just depending. But because I take this blood thinner, let's get these glasses off. It depletes it from my body. But this is saying you can use it every day, and I put it in juice. But that's what the label says. Now, the name of the company is Trace Minerals Research, or you go to tracemineral.com. And I'm not sponsored by these people. I'm just sharing their product because it's a great product. And it's been working for me now for about the last year and a half. And this is 2 ounces. Okay. And it's about $15, $18 or something like that. But if you got cramps going on, this is your best friend, let me tell you. And very cheap medicine, let me tell you, inexpensive medicine. All right, let me continue to read here. They also have a phone number. Maybe I just put the phone number out there. How's that? I'm going to put their phone number out here. Okay. Oh, it is. I'm not familiar with them. You know, I go to the health food store once in a while and I buy, a few things here and there. I have some general knowledge about stuff, but I'm not big into it. But their phone numbers, I'm just going to stick it out here. The phone number is 801 731 6051. I'll read that again. 801 731 6051. And if you wouldn't mind telling them, if you call them, they don't know me, I don't know them. But if you tell them, hey, Ken from Easy Tips and Tricks, etc., put you on his YouTube channel, I would really appreciate that. Maybe they'll call me and want me to sponsor them. How cool would that be? It's Utah. Yes, it is Utah. Definitely it is. And they say this comes from the Great Lakes. Is what I read this earlier. Yeah, it says that these minerals come from the Great Lakes. I don't know anything about the Great Lakes. Now I got to do a little research on the Great Lakes. I guess it must be full of minerals. Let's see. All right. Ionic magnesium. It is a rich, concentrated liquid delivery supplements that provides magnesium in an ionic form, the form most widely recognized by the body. Our proprietary process ensures maximum absorption while the balanced liquid from ensures magnesium absorption while the balanced liquid from energy production, or for energy production, it participates in over 300 biochemical pathways in the body. That is huge. 300 biochemical pathways. Holy smokes, I think everybody ought to be taking this. It's good for what ails you, my dad used to say. All right, I'm not done. Almost, though. 300 biochemical pathways in the body, including cardiovascular function. Well, there it is. And then you can see all their supporters and where you can find them: Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, YouTube, and Instagram. No, not Instagram. The little camera. Going brain dead. Instagram? Yeah, I think Instagram. Anyways, Snapchat. These are all the sponsors. All right, so there you have it. I'm not sponsored by them, but if I get a call from them, or that'd be cool. Hey, we want you to sponsor us. That would be really cool. But nonetheless, it works for me. And because it works for me and it's tried and true, if you're having cramps and you didn't know about this product and it works for you, you're going to be singing it from the rooftop yourself. I mean, it really works. I do realize that everybody's body makeup and chemical makeup is different from one another. And what works for one person may and may not work for the next. It may work for you better. It may work for you not as well. It may be the same. So keep all that in mind anytime you take a product and somebody's saying it does this and this and this. If it really does work, and this really does work, it may work for you better. It may work for you the same. It may not work for you at all. It just depends on your body's chemistries makeup. And well, I was hoping to have more people here in the live stream, so we could get a conversation going about this. That's what I was hoping for. But I understand I haven't been on here lately. I've had some things going on. I talked about that in my other video earlier. My live stream, my connection was horrible. I lost my connection twice. Well, once. Last time my my battery went dead in the middle of my stream, and I was talking to some people about this natural rustic chair I'm making out of firewood, and my footstool or my footrest that's all custom, one of a kind. And excuse me, and my battery died right in the middle of it, and I couldn't even say anything to them about it. So if they're watching this, happens to watch this live stream, I'll have to go to their channel and say, hey, my battery died, but my connection was terrible tonight. I mean, bad, glitching and freezing up and losing connection, but nonetheless. But yeah, I was hoping somebody would drop in here so we could just continue on with this conversation. And but what's the most important part isn't the conversation. It's you knowing about this ionic mineral. Ionic. It's a mineral, magnesium. Okay, I want to give their name again one more time here. Their name is Trace Minerals Research. And it's 400 milligrams. And it's ionic magnesium, and there's over 72 concentrated minerals in here. Now, if you don't know, major and minor minerals play a big part in your body absorbing other vitamins and nourishing your body with necessary elements for your eyes, for your liver, your kidneys, your bone marrow, your joints, tendons, ligaments. Like I say, helping other vitamins to break down and be usable in your body. Major and minor minerals play a huge part in our body's functioning. And if you don't know, we just take it for granted. Oh, I get minerals in my water. Well, not known so much nowadays unless you're on a well. And we're on a well. I know our well happens to have a fair amount of natural copper in it. There may be some traces of gold even, maybe, you know. I mean, but you never know. I mean, I don't know how to test for it. And I know you can take your water down and have it tested. But anyways, I'm just saying, I do know that there's copper in our water, and a fair amount of that's okay. And if there's copper, there's gold usually. That I do know a little bit about, not much. But so maybe you're getting trace gold minerals in there, and so it's all a win-win-win. But you're not getting all your minerals from your water. You're not. There's iron in water, and you can separate that out through take a 12-volt battery, put 2 leads separate in your water, and you can begin to separate out the iron from your water. There's iron in your water, and that's how you can know. I even tasted it. My nephew was running a test, and he had this glass of water that he pulled out of the tap, and had this battery and these 2 wires down in the water, and it was forming this silverish looking substance. And I kind of cleaned it off and stuck it to my tongue, and it was the smooth tasting, just like your iron pills. But the iron pills are real concentrated and really kind of nasty. Well, by separating it out of the water, it actually had a very smooth taste, And I'm like, wow, that was pretty nice. That tasted pretty good. But again, it was all natural. And now, was there any other things connected to it because of how it was being extracted from the water and the electric? And I don't know. Was it healthy that way? Maybe. And maybe I put some contaminants in my body. I don't know. It was just a little drop. But the experience, I'm really talking about the experience more than any kind of possible contaminants. But extracting the water I thought was a really cool science project that a friend of his dad's told him he could try and check out. And, I tasted it. My brother was like, "You can. I'm not touching that." So, just a drop. Good experience. Like I said. So for whatever it's worth, I'm just throwing that little bit of info out there. And it took like about 24 hours for this to accumulate on a leg from the negative and positive. I don't remember if it was the positive or the negative leg. Maybe the negative, but nonetheless, I don't remember. But that's what that was. That's a true story. I'm trying to kill some time waiting for someone to show up here. And I had skateboarding 101, is it? Skate progression 40 plus. He had just left. I will check that product out. Just did a Spartan run and been skating. Oh, right on. Skateboarding progression plus 40 plus. Right on. I'll have to check out your video. So go check out skateboarding progression at 40 plus. He's over 40 and he skateboards on a regular basis or semi-regular basis. I skateboard ever so often and I enjoy it. I need to start doing more of that. It's good exercise. It keeps you flexible and limber and it makes you stretch every day. Well, I stretch at least 2 or 3 times a week minimum. And stretching is so important. Put my hands on the floor. If you can't put your hands on the floor, if you cannot touch the ground, stand up straight. Come down, bring your hands up, come down slowly. And as you bend over halfway, start exhaling through your mouth slow. And the further you go down, the further you continue to exhale. When you've exhaled all of your air from your lungs, go down a little more. And as you come up, inhale, breathe in through your nose. And take another try. Take another stab at it. Go back down. You get over halfway. Start exhaling very slow through your mouth. And try to go a little further than you did the first time. When you expel all the air, try to go down a little bit more. Raise up slowly and inhale through your nose. Extend all the way up and repeat. And if you do that 10 times, by the time you get down to 10, if you really are working this properly, your muscles in your legs are like rubber bands. And you can, if you take, let me see if I can, I don't know if I'm going to be able to, yes I can right here. All right. So if you take a brand new rubber band, you can go, and it's ready to snap. And then you release it. You take the tension off of it. And then you can take that rubber band and you can go, and it gets bigger. And you bring it right to the point where it's really tight. And then you release it. And you relax. That's like when you stand up. As you bend down, you're stretching them muscles and you're stretching, you can go a little further. And then you take the pressure off of it, you stand up. And you go back down and you stretch it out and you can go a little further. And you stand up and it releases the tension off the muscles in the legs. So I share that with you to say you got to go slow. Now, when you're down and your muscles are tight, you can also take your hands and then rub the back of your legs while they're tight. You can lightly just kind of, not hard, do not do it hard, just kind of a light, maybe a slightly firm pressure, and just kind of work that area where you're feeling it. And you stay bent over while you're doing it. So you'd be this part of your hand, right? And you just kind of chop and work it so far apart at a time. And just bam, 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 to work that whole area. Rub that leg, right? And what you're doing is, while that muscle's tight, you're gently, I'm saying, carefully, causing that muscle to kind of relax and stretch and stretch and stretch. And you'll find that you're able, the tension starts to leave that muscle. Okay, then you can raise up, take a big deep breath, inhale, exhale a few times, take a big breath in, inhale through your nose, go back down, and you will find that you will be able to, if you weren't touching the floor, you may be touching it, or just about to, or maybe more than touching it. Maybe, you can get this much of your fingers on the floor, and not this way, but now you're this way. I mean, that's a big improvement from this to this. Not completely, but big improvement. Same thing when you spread your legs open, okay, and you're stretching the inner thighs, all right? You can pound and massage with your fists, okay, in here, all right? You want to hit this muscle down at the bottom of your thigh right here, all right? And you pound this muscle here up to the knee, all right, right up to the knee. And you work the whole inner thigh by pounding left with both hands while the muscle's tight, not taut, but good and tight. You can pound in a kind of a rolling motion. You want to pound it a whole up and down your thigh. If you really want to start getting good and stretched, that's a technique that I learned quite some time ago. And that's something that isn't generally shared, or unless you're in training. But that's a good way to help you stretch them inner thigh muscles. But you want to make sure the muscles are tight, not taut and ready to snap tight, but good and firm, good and tight where you're feeling it. And as you begin to pound, it's like a massage. You're actually massaging that muscle, okay? And it's causing that muscle to relax and causing it to relax. And you can feel it relaxing, okay? And you keep your legs there. And when you feel them relaxed, raise all the way up, come back a little bit because you're taking the tension off the muscle, okay? You're taking it, and then as you come down, that starts to tighten that muscle again. And again, same method. Inhale through your nose to begin with. You're at the top. You're sitting upright, or you're laid back a little bit. You inhale. And as you go down, you get past, well, you get about 2/3 of the way down where you're now starting to look at the floor. Start slowly exhaling through your mouth. Just a consistent pace of slow, where you can barely feel it coming out as you go down. By the time you get down level, or almost as far as you can, okay, you sit there and you breathe as soft as possible. Inhale through your nose a little bit, exhale through, and just stay there. Keep that muscle tight. Just keep those muscles tight and stay there. Okay, come up a little tiny bit, and where you can then take your fist and begin to pound and work that muscle. Okay, and then when you feel that muscle begin to relax, stop, kind of come up a little bit, not all the way, just a little bit. Hey, Diane. I can't read it without these on. Diane, 2277, Dana? 2277, Elizabeth. Well, you're welcome, and thanks for dropping in here. What do you know about stretching? Do you have any techniques for stretching? I was waiting for your response. Or are you still here? Elizabeth or Dana? Diana? If I'm seeing that right. Oh, I must have offended you. No. Well, maybe, I don't know. So anyways, that's the deal. And if you continue to work it in that method that I just explained, and continue to spread your legs more and more and can go down more and more, you'll reach a point where you can literally put the side of your face on the ground between your legs. It just takes work. And it's not going to be real comfortable in the process of stretching. But it feels good afterwards. Who does it ever? All right. Well, I guess I should just call it a day. I haven't been on for a while. There's been no consistency on my part, and it's nice to have some people dropping in, as an end result anyway. So that's great. And so for those people that did drop in, all right, I'm going to give them a shout out. And that was DIANA 2277, Elizabeth. Well, thanks again, Elizabeth. I believe you're new to my community. And then we have skateboarding progression at 40 plus, and that's the @ sign, 40 and plus, the plus sign. He does skateboarding. He's over 40, and he does a really good job. Has a really nice channel, and let me encourage you, bro, to keep up the good work. Stay healthy, stay strong, and play it safe. Don't do nothing too radical, but play hard and have fun. All right, so on that note, let's see, do I have anything else, any other info to share while we're on here, over here? As we say in the South, over here. Trying to rack my brain. Oh, here's one for you, off the wall. Not really off the wall. A life hack. Another KW life hack. Another easy 2 tips and tricks life hack. All right, earlier on the last video, I showed you how to take a toothbrush. That's my life hack. I haven't seen it anywhere else. I haven't seen anyone else do it. I'm just a creative kind of guy, and watching life hacks, it's kind of inspired my thinking a little bit. But I haven't seen anybody do this. And that's where you take a wore out toothbrush, where the edges are starting to curl over, And if they have the rubber gum massagers, take your scissors, come in between the gum massagers and the bristles, where they're kind of curled over, and come up and just cut them off straight on each side. That way you don't interfere with the gum massagers, for whatever that's worth. And then you'd cut around the front of it, and you cut around the back of it, and then you come to the top, and you just kind of cut down the middle. Let's see who's here. I got to put on these glasses. Hey, Kevin Ray Sab. I'm not sure how to pronounce your last name. Thanks for dropping in. I'm doing good. How are you? So that's how you can preserve your toothbrush, just by trimming it with some scissors. Take it where it's all rounded over when they start to get wore out, and make it like new again. And then cut across the top of it, and you got a brand new used toothbrush, and you don't have to go out and buy another one. If you haven't liked, don't forget to like it. This video. But doing that toothbrush, saving yourself the money of having to go buy a new one. That's how you do it. That's easy to tips and tricks, little invention, little life hack that I come up with. I have another one for whatever it's worth. There may be people already doing this. You take a little bit of toothpaste and you gargle with it. You put a little water in your mouth with a little toothpaste, and you gargle, and you have instant mouthwash. A life hack. Toothpaste. You can take, if you wash your hands with some soap, then take a little drop of toothpaste, put it in the palm of your hand, put a little bit of water in it, in your palm, and then rub your hands together. Just like if you were washing your hands. In most cases, you're going to see dirt wash off your hands with the toothpaste after you washed your hands with soap and water. Soap doesn't get everything. And you find this out when you do this with toothpaste. It'll blow your mind. And remember, toothpaste kills germs in your mouth. And it's good for killing the germs on your hands. Toothpaste, something else you can do with toothpaste, for those of you that don't know, it's a life hack. You can take, if you're a teenager or whoever you are, if you got a pimple on your forehead or pimples, take a little smear of toothpaste. What I like to do, and this may gross people out, got to keep it real, right? I'll put a little smear of toothpaste on my finger, just a little bitty bit, and I'll stick it, now stick my tongue to it, my finger to my tongue. Now it's wet with just a little bit of moisture off my tongue, and then you rub it into the zit, wherever it is. And that zit will start drying up, sometimes even overnight. And you may have to do that 2 or 3 times. Toothpaste. Your toes, on the bottom side of your toes, if they gotten too moist or whatever, and then your skin's cracking, it's starting to open, right, and get irritated. Toothpaste. Yes. A little bit, don't go put a big old bead of toothpaste or a drop of toothpaste. That's way overkill. Just a little smear, just a tiny smear. And then you might want to put your finger under the water, because I don't want you licking your finger if you stuck them to your foot. So avoid that at all costs. Get it wet with some water, and then rub that area of that toe or toes. And so you need to do this 2 or 3 times, right? You need a little smear for each foot, each toe. And go to bed. When you wake up, they'll be feeling better. Put on just a little tiny bit more, and put on clean socks. Make sure you use clean socks if you got this going on. Clean socks play a big part because of the bacteria that your sock will hold. Because of that crack in your toes. And that just causes it to grow and get worse. So you got to do your part. The toothpaste isn't going to do it 100%. But it will definitely help. Get rid of it if you do it properly. So toothpaste is good for many things. And like I said, I've been doing this with my hands for a long time. And when I first discovered, I washed my hands with soap. Then I put toothpaste, like a little drop of toothpaste now. And I wash my hands, and all of a sudden, bam, I'm getting more dirt off of them. Toothpaste for shampoo. I'll have to show that one. And if you don't do it right, you're going to think I'm crazy. There's a way to do it. And I'm going to have to show you that in a life hack. I'll have to demonstrate the process and wash my hair and show you it really works. And it's great for camping. It's ideal for camping, actually. But if you think you're going to figure it out and you do it wrong, your hair is going to be sticky, nasty, and you're going to hate my guts. But it's not my fault, because I'm telling you right now, if you're not sure and you're hesitant, don't try it. I will show you here real soon in a live stream. Toothpaste. I guess next will be a list of all the things you can do with toothpaste. Unless somebody already has, I don't know. I just know that this is something that I personally have discovered myself. Is there other people doing it? I don't know. Maybe. I'm assuming there would have to be somebody somewhere doing something, or to have already discovered it, possibly. I don't know. But I just know for myself it's something I personally have discovered. I haven't seen it. Nobody's told me about it. It's just something, my brain's kind of like that. Like it's kind of an inventor kind of guy. So, all right. I guess I'm going to sign out. Been here almost an hour. So I'm looking for your comments. I'm looking forward to your comments. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe. I'm sure you'll be glad you did. I tried to put up interesting, valuable content that you can learn something from or about. And so subscribe. Let me know what you think. I have a few food challenges. Hopefully here real soon. I'm going to be doing a hot spicy noodle challenge. But down in my list, down in the videos, I have some food challenges. I have a extreme sour warhead challenge. That was mean. Whoo, that was a deal. That was a real deal right there. And I have a gross food challenge, and that was a real deal. And then we had, what was the third one? Oh, the chubby bunny. And the cinnamon challenge. That cinnamon challenge is really serious. You got to be really careful with that cinnamon challenge. But that's down in my list of videos. So hopefully you're curious enough to go check it out. But that cinnamon challenge is no joke. And you got to wait for me to share the disclaimer on it. But I do that, I think that's not until after the cinnamon challenge, I share about all that. So, all right. So stay tuned for the life hack for using toothpaste for shampoo. I've told a few people about it, but first time to put it on YouTube, and you've seen it here first. Or you will see it here first. So on that note, God bless, take care, bye for now, keep looking up, and never give up, because there's always a way. You either got to read, do research, spend some time thinking about all the different aspects of what you're doing. It may take you an hour, it may take you 2 hours, it may take you a few days to figure it out. But there's always a way, one way or another. Now, my dad and his friend would say, where there's a will, there's a way. There's a will way. And I'm saying there's always a way. You just got to figure it out. And that's what they meant where there's a will, there's a way. So if you've heard that saying and you didn't quite get where they were coming from, that's what they're saying. If you have a will, you will figure it out. One way or another, you're going to figure out how to make it happen. And so I say never give up because there's always a way. And on that note, I'm out of here. Bam! Now I'm supposed to turn this off, right? All right. God bless, guys, and keep looking up. Look forward to seeing you real soon. Bye for now. Bye.